Alright, welcome back to the game where I am terrible at combat. Last time we helped save Archie Bitchel? Bickle. I'm leaving that in the video because that's a really funny misspeak. And then we played Summoner's Court. This time we are going to speak to Sebastian outside the Slytherin common room because he had more information about this scriptorium he had heard about. I believe it is this way. Yep, minimap says yes. Surprise. Up here it goes. I was about to say, I'm surprised they're not beating each other up.
One day, I'll get up the nerve.
Ah, yes, the Slytherin common room, which was my hunting grounds in my first playthrough because I was, of course, a Slytherin. Maximilian is not, though. He's never been to the Slytherin common room, and we aren't going to be going inside, I don't think. Yeah, the door is like a serpent archway that appears right there, but it's not going to appear for us because we're not a Slytherin.
You're here. Brilliant.
Are you just saying that because I just woke up? Were you standing there over me as I was sleeping or something?
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
Yeah, let's see how persuasive I can be, because if that scriptorium has some information that can help your sister, all the better. Something that we absolutely should have access to.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Yeah, in the library.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Also, no, I'm not choosing to walk this slow. The game is making me. But I'm fine with it.
There he is. Good luck.
Alright, let's see the game stutter. Let's see how this will go.
What are you doing here?
Hi.
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Yeah, you have to admit you're a little bit curious. I doubt it's all dark magic.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin, and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
Yeah, he was
These
just lying in
braziers
wait.
grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Right, well, I think I already see the solution.
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Dark, ominous corridors. My favorite.
Hey, ominous corridors.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Noctua Gaunt's note, 1 of 5. I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I have written to my brother. He now knows how I access the corridor's entrance, and that there's no straight path to reach the scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy together. Noctua Gaunt.
A journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I know. She was my aunt.
You knew? And didn't tell me?
Ominous. The journal mentions many challenges ahead.
That's why I said this could be dangerous. Aunt Noctua kept my father informed until she vanished.
And yes, I was pointing at that so you know that I noticed it.
Reparo!
Just didn't want to interrupt them.
There may be something to this. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is...
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Not really.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back.
Is Parselmouth a dark
Can't
art?
believe I'm doing this.
There's just a bit of a stigma.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the 2 of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the 2 of us.
Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't really agree to tell Ominous yet.
There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze.
Revelio.
Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Confringo! The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Let's see here. Moon with circle with crescent moon and infinity.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
Matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first.
Lumos.
Nice work.
Yeah, sure you were, Sebastian. Alright, well... let's check the other way before we proceed through the gate that was opened. Okay, there's another one here. I'm going to call that symbol cat because that's what I'm seeing, even though it's kind of scratched out. Cat and weird Z.
Confringo.
Okay.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
Oh, no, back. Ooh, I just got that.
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Okay, 2 of 5. Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctuagaunt.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Lumos.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
Right. That's 4 of 5, so we're currently missing a note. I have an idea
more
of
to
where that
solve
may
ahead.
be.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to be back through the door that I got before. So we have Duckface, and I'm going to call that Triforce, because it kind of looks like a Triforce. Duckface and Triforce.
Confringo.
Aha, I think I was indeed correct.
Another welcoming sword,
Oop.
was he?
Ah! Too far. Got it. I was trying to solve both rings at the same time and it backfired pretty
Excellent work.
spectacularly.
We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
I failed the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. But I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to the old traditions. The scriptorium must have the proof that there is more to our legacy than what meets the eye. Noctuagaunt.
Ominous. Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite
Lumos.
person in the world for it.
Your voice travels through walls surprisingly well.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
One sec, I gotta read this note. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become, I know it. These notes are pretty much all saying the same thing.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Okay, well there's something glowing on the floor there. Crucio.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Now this is foreboding.
Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
5 of 5. I've lost hope. I'm locked in and I heard a scream, yeah, I just heard that too, and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. Noctuagaunt.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I think I know where this is going as well. It doesn't seem like we have any choice either, otherwise we die in here if we don't do this.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucio is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
Is he the only one who does know? Because that seems rather messed up, given his childhood trauma that you told me about. But fine, I'll ask him. I seem to at least know how to talk to him better than you.
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
I don't think liquid luck would have helped in this situation. It wasn't really luck that got us trapped in here.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture. I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
You are correct that we have another choice, but that other choice is that we die in here like your aunt. Doesn't seem very sensible to me.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Yeah, I don't want to cast it on you, but I think I want to learn it anyway. Might be a useful tool to have, as terrible as it is. But you cast it on me. I wouldn't want to cast it on you.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
Kind of a lightning bolt symbol. They did say in the films and books that Harry's scar was the result of a curse touching you, so nice little touch there. Even though it's not exactly the same symbol.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, brace for this. It's gonna hurt.
Are you all right?
Ow.
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Revelio.
Hold up, guys. Field guide page. We interrupt your torture with a field guide page. A secret and well-protected room beneath Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with the other founders. Okay, well there is a book here.
Revelio.
I don't know where Sebastian went. I'm thinking upstairs, but I'll have a look at this first. His spell book.
Sebastian. Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
Yeah, I'm coming. First things first, let me just loot this chest. I assume this is a note written by Salazar himself. I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the Calibur's student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggleborns are somehow as capable as purebloods, because they are. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. Ooh, I hate you. It is with heavy heart that I know... It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought, one who would rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would only serve to stain my legacy. And that was referring to the Chamber of Secrets, not that Maximilian would know. I think I'll pass on the ancient drink.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
I hope you do find some way to cure your sister in that spell book. The impression I'm getting of Salazar Slytherin is just as bad as legend has made him out to be, between the ranting about the shortfallings of Muggleborns and then...
Out. Best news I've heard all day.
And then setting up that trap where you need to use Crucio on somebody to actually get through, and if you're alone, you die. That's pretty terrible.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Okay, and you're just gonna wander off. Okay, fine. And that just goes back into the scriptorium then. So yeah, now we have Crucio here. Causes most enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage. Also curses the victim, and cursed enemies take extra damage. So yeah, Maximilian now knows from first-hand experience how valuable this could be in combat, even though it's the most morally reprehensible of the three unforgivables. Could still prove a useful tool if we're going to be killing our enemies anyway, because let's face it, we are killing them. I'm like freezing them and then slashing them into pieces. There's no way they're surviving that. At least they'll be put out of their misery soon. This could just provide me a bigger window to actually achieve that. But yes, now we do have our first unforgivable, and yes, I am going to be using it, even though Maximilian is a more morally good character. This is perhaps one of his character flaws, where he diverges a bit more from your traditional good guy. But yes, that's where I'm going to end off this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.